It was canceled before the year was out because the toys weren't selling. And it took a small company called Bandai to license the plastic model rights that then gave rise to the resurgence of Gundam. Although it was canceled early, it was literally a failure and written off as a failure. The fans revived Gundam by building their own models, by creating fan clubs, by writing encyclopedias and timelines, and also at a time when fan magazines were developing, such that a kind of social dynamics is what leads to anime's success, not something inherent in anime itself. For those of you who hadn't had a chance to make your plastic models yet, this is the kind of work that's involved. That's for emphasis. So what does this mean? How then can we think about what it means to have a kind of social energy that is part of what makes this anime, makes these characters meaningful? It seems to me if we look around, we can see lots of examples of this kind of work being done. Certainly one of the newer examples of the Toho project, where the very idea of an original author is hard to figure out. Who is the author of the Toho project? Right? Is there a single auteur? Is there a single creator that we can point to? No, it's a movement. Right? It's a movement that builds by having a kind of platform that others can build on. And I think perhaps one of the most interesting and striking examples of this is Miku, the Hatsune Miku phenomenon. I'm sure many of you are familiar with a virtual idol who begins as voice synthesizer software where anybody can make songs for this idol. She doesn't exist. She's just a cartoon character here. But the company that released this software said, you know what, you fans, you can use this cartoon. You can make your own cartoon, you can make your own videos, you can make your own songs and post them online through Nico Nico Doga. Right? Even Nico Nico Doga is a fascinating sort of metaphor for how when we watch a video on Nico Nico Doga, we don't just watch the video, we watch the comments scrolling by on top of the video. There's a kind of layering that happens where content and expression and participation and communication are mixed together. We see this in the kind of free software for making 3D videos for Miku. We see this in fan activities as well, like the Vocaloid Master events, which I attended one of these. Oops, here we go. Let's turn that down a little bit. Where you can buy the CDs and DVDs, and there's an incredible kind of workmanship, craftsmanship, artisanship that goes into making videos that other musicians have made. And so I want to show a kind of striking example of a music video by Masataka, a video maker, a Miku video maker, who built on someone else's song. What a lot of work. And what amazing video. But that's made as part of a fan community, right? Not made by a big company. Not made necessarily to make money, although Masataka has become successful. But made for other reasons. And we can see this in things like Comic Market as well, Komike, Komiketto. which is quite striking to me. This is research by Shichijo Sensei, who did a survey at comic markets. And why are you making doujinshi? And this is interesting to me because when I interview magazine publishers, right, Shogakukan, Shueisha, they say, we don't like comic market. We hate comic market because they're stealing our copyrighted characters. The creators get no money. The publishers get no money. The money that goes to these doujinshi artists is money that should be coming to us. And even the creators of comic market itself, the organizers, say, well, we want to make a space where free expression is possible. Sure, this is copyright piracy, yes. But still, we think it's important for people to be able to express themselves. Okay, 1 minute. I'll finish in 1 minute. But what's interesting is both of these understandings are not true. This is not why people do it. They don't do it to make money. They don't do it as a chance to have a message. They do it because it's fun to create things and to show it to other people. And it seems to me that this brings us to a new understanding of where creativity emerges from. There's a lot of talk about how if we want to understand media, we should follow the money. Money is what explains what media is produced. Again, that's simply not true. And animation is certainly one of the places where we can see that most clearly. Instead, it's a collaborative creativity that connects not only people within anime studios, but anime studios to manga and toy companies, but also anime and manga and toys to fans. And this kind of collaborative creativity, it seems to me, is a real model for thinking about the power of creation. What are the new kinds of structures of creative action that can transform the economy and face the challenges that both Japan and the US have in a post-industrial world? And part of this, it seems to me, is thinking of media not as something, a conveyor of a message, not as an object simply to be dissected, but as a kind of platform that others can build on as well. This doesn't mean that anime doesn't have a message or isn't content. It simply means there's another way to think about it that gets at the social side of media, and to think of this platform not only as characters and worlds, but as the social energy. And it seems to me it's because people cared about Gundam, cared about Majinga Z, that then people were able to build on it. That it wasn't just an abstract character, it was the character plus people caring that then allows toy companies, manga artists, and fan people to build on top of it. And it seems to me that this is kind of the inspiration for me in looking at animation and offering a new model for grasping what it is that makes us creative in the world and gives us a sense of the power of our own participation in our communities of shared interests. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Condi.